Ladies and gentlemen, it's a mid-afternoon hoops here on SimWorld TV as we are moments away here from a top 15 matchup here in the ACC as North Carolina makes the travel to play Virginia Tech, the Hokies, here on SimWorld TV. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the top 15 matchup. My name is Samuel Goldberg. I'm joined alongside by the man, the myth, the legend, Maestro. What a fantastic game we have on tap here today. Top 15 matchup.
Absolutely. It's one of those matches, Sam, that we all look forward to. Like we always look forward to seeing best on best, good on good, great on great. And I think we're going to get that today. I think, despite it being an early game, as you pointed out, as a matter of fact, I'm still eating my egg sandwich right now.
That smells good.
I saved something for you. Don't worry, I got a big old brown bag here for a reason, fam. But I just think it's going to be a really, really, really good opportunity to see where these teams are right now at this part of conference play.
Exactly, especially with Hoopsteria on the horizon. These two teams, big-time contenders in Hoopsteria to make some deep runs. But really, we're going to see the tough matchup here as we'll see Travion Novick and Newly Cox against some young, gutsy players in Bam Wallace and Kasim Porter Jr.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see Kasim Porter, at this particular stage, at this point of the season. I think he's been, I'm going to say this, performing mid, so to speak. He's had some good moments, but I really want to see him really start to stretch out because I think they really need him. I really think North Carolina needs him to do so right now.
Early in this contest, you're seeing arguably one of the better centers in SimWorld. Yvonne Rushing pick up the black transition dunk for Virginia Tech, and another steal by Kenyon Perez. He'll go to the line to shoot two after James commits the foul.
Sorry, that hot sauce getting you. My bad, man. My bad.
I know, man.
I think I got one here without any hot sauce on it. Give me 1 second.
Oh man, I can smell it. It is potent over here. I might have to scoot my chair down a little bit. Oh my goodness. First free throw here from Perez. The second free throw is knocked down and good. Yeah, that hot sauce is distracting me already. 4-0 advantage here for Virginia Tech early. Top 15 matchup here on SimWorld TV. North Carolina and Bam Wallace, the projected first-round pick, trying to pick up a win here as that three's on the way, no good, rushing the rebound. In transition, here come the Hokies, trying to do the hokey pokey here on offense. Here's Skyler, short side wing, throws it inside to Novick. Novick double team, gets it out to Skyler. Lost the handle a little bit there. He's got it back, shot clock under 10. Novick down the lane, no good, rebounded by Novick. Throws it back out. That was Skyler rebounding it to Novick. Novick now in the painted area. At the free throw line, he's got three to get it off. Right hand, got it off the window.
Strong move in the paint, just using his body, creating space. Help side came over late, and he just took advantage of it.
This is exactly Virginia Tech's game. They play gritty defense and pound you inside. North Carolina need to get their shooters going if they want to maintain this quick pace that Virginia Tech likes to play. Right on cue, corner three, that's no good. Long rebound picked up by North Carolina. Oh, rushing another block. One on Stack Jr. and another one. Oh my. Rushing getting the better of Stack Jr. and Virginia Tech the other way. Layup no good. Offensive rebound though. Here's Novick. Novick with 5 on the shot clock. Close side corner. Nice pass inside. The layup is good. Kenyon Perez, the beneficiary of the Travion Novick pass. And Perez will pick up a foul as he was trying to swipe the ball from Kasim Porter Jr. So, Maestro, we've had a hot start to this game. Just like your hot sauce over here. What is the keys to the game here for this Virginia Tech and North Carolina team?
Well, Virginia Tech, it is. Virginia Tech is doing what they're supposed to do. They're playing exactly the way you said they're going to play. Really gritty. Very rim protected minded the whole nine. North Carolina needs to get into the flow. We know that they're a team. They like to work outside in, right? They've shown us that all year, even though they have horses, and there's some defense on the inside that we love to see.
Good defense right there. Exactly.
Normally they work their way in on transition like this, but Virginia Tech was very efficient getting back defensively. But we know that North Carolina wants to do that exactly right there. Get you from the perimeter, make you fall asleep on the inside and get to it. But they haven't been able to get into a flow because that game plays right into Virginia Tech's mindset in terms of how they like to play. Now, not saying that they can do it. They've already got it down to a 3-point game. But who's going to be able to maintain this throughout the day? That's what's going to make this interesting.
Exactly. Virginia Tech started on the early 8-0 run, but North Carolina on a 7-0 run themselves as racing down the floor was Bam Wallace. Says kabam on the slam.
I like that. Kabam on the slam.
7-0 run here for North Carolina. Virginia Tech, after the hot start, have seemed to cool off here a little bit. Here's Perez. Down low. Knifes through the defense right there. 2 Tar Heels on him. Still manages to kick it off the glass for 2.
I think he was surprised he was open. He did a move as if he was evading somebody. He did not realize he was by himself. It looked like the guy on the subway talking to himself, and you think he's got an earbud in. He's on the phone, but he's not.
I know that experience way too many times. Here's Rushing. Gives it over to Novick. Uses the screen of Rushing. Little pick and roll here. Novick not electing to pass it to Rushing. Novick going to try and do it himself. Off the glass. Got it.
Such a tough shot. He had a couple of outlets. He didn't take it. He felt like he could take it himself. I don't know if the coach wants to see that all day. That's a lot of work for 2 when you have two other more open, more available shots. But this is how Virginia Tech plays. You said it. It's all about the grit and the dirt, baby.
Bam Wallace, short-range jumper, a bit strong, no good. For North Carolina Maestro and Kasim Porter Jr., the freshman from Newark, New Jersey. I would argue that, oh my goodness, what a block right there. Virginia Tech another opportunity. I would say that this is Kasim Porter Jr.'s biggest college game so far in his young career.
Agreed. And again, following him, just remembering his work from prep and just how strong he got over the course of each season, watching him do what he did. I felt he would make a larger impact earlier, and he did. And then I think the competition kind of caught up to him because you're playing against people with a little bit more experience here. But I think he's finding his footing again. And I think in doing so, I think this allows him on this particular stage to have all those things sort of come together at once.
Bam Wallace promptly strokes one in from the far side corner. It's a 14-9 game. That stops a 6-0 run for Virginia Tech, and now they're on an 8-2 run. Virginia Tech taking effective shots early on this game, Maestro.
Yes, and you know what? They have to, because we all know North Carolina, despite what the number is in front of their name, they are capable of putting on a big put on your back 30 run to 0 at any time.
Here's Kasim Porter Jr., and he is going to get called for the charge. Putting his body on the line was Canyon Perez. As the Tar Heels will call the first timeout, they find themselves down 16-9 here on SimWorld TV.
My experience with SimWorld Sports has been absolutely amazing. It's one of the most realistic, hands-free esports universes that I have ever seen. I love the fact that you can see a coach, you can see a player go right from the preps all the way to the pros here at SimWorld Sports. And I must say that it might be one of the most immersive things that I have ever been a part of. 24/7 media coverage. You get a chance to see live games. You get a chance to see live runs. It is clearly just an amazing thing to be a part of. And so if you are a sports fan, if you are a former athlete, if you are a role play gamer, if you like to get into communities that you love, then SimWorld Sports is for you. See the game, be the game.
Welcome back here on SimWorld TV. 16-9 the score here with 13:15 to play here in the first half. Virginia Tech taking care of business early here, setting the tone early, Maestro.
Absolutely, doing exactly what they need to do. And I'm just going to say this, not that we should be surprised, but Kenyon Perez leading the way with 8 points right now. Just one of those players that we might have. Oh my goodness, defense inside is strong. We might have mentioned his name because of who he is and what he's able to do, but with all his talent that's around him, it's one of those things of like, oh yeah, I'm good too.
Yeah, Kenyon Perez, another basket there. That gives him 10 of Virginia Tech's 20 points. Von Rushing as well, picking up his 4th block already of the contest. Lob! Oh my! A risky play pays off there as they had to fit that play right in between Von Rushing. And that was a fancy finish right there as a foul is called on Bam Wallace. Great finish right there by 28 Sean Hyman.
Athleticism across the table. When you can make it work for you, it's something beautiful. When you rely on it too much without any IQ to bring to the table, it can be very ugly very fast.
20-11 here with 12:10 to play. Here's a straightaway three. It's a little bit right, no good. Carolina trying to cut this lead, this deficit a little bit. Virginia Tech team off to a hot start. Cross-court pass. Here's a straightaway three. It's a bit strong, rushing the rebound. He's going to lead here. The point forward. Has it around the free throw line. Tosses it back to Marks. Marks still looking for his first basket in the game. Swings it to Rushing. Rushing with 10 on the shot clock. Tosses it behind. Little reverse layup. That nearly missed everything. That was an advantageous chance right there from Tasim Kaiser. In transition, here's a three from the corner, and it's good.
And that is the difference between North Carolina and Virginia Tech. North Carolina is planning for that outside shot. They're planning for it in the scheme and the base principles of their offense. Virginia Tech, they're getting to the rim. We know that's what they like to do. But the team seems to be off balance when it happens. Walk not. Oh, that's an incredible move to the basket right there. A strong finish. If they do not finish with 2, then there's no one there for the rebound. And that's the one thing that's going to be to Virginia Tech's disadvantage this particular day against a team like North Carolina that's so disciplined.
Bam Wallace promptly making a shot right there. Before that play, Braxton Schuyler soaring to the rim for the dunk. 22-16 game here with 10.5 to play here in the first half here on SimWorld TV. Top 15 matchup, North Carolina and Virginia Tech. Coming at you here, spinning around. Oh my, what a move that was from Newly Cox, the projected lottery pick.
He's definitely going to make an impression right away at the next level. He's at that height where he's flexible across the table, can play front court or back court because of his ability to be able to handle the ball. So, as you said earlier, point forward activity.
Inside. Here's Rushing. 10 on the shot clock. Rushing is going to get the screen from Marks. Rushing going all the way. The layup. Oh my goodness. That was a big man pick and roll right there. Virginia Tech innovative in their offense. Von Rushing, the 7'1" junior, just got his pick and roll from Braxton Schuyler, the 6'6" sophomore.
Do not sleep.
Mike Young going deep into the bag of tricks. I mean, he's just showing off that Von Rushing can just pretty much do it all.
And at this particular level, what do we look for? We look for someone who has the ability to not only fit in and improve their post, their position, in other words, doing their job, here, but also be able to make everyone else around them better. And how do you do that? A lot of people think that's being active and being loud and being vocal. No, it's about being persistent and precise in terms of what you are doing, giving your teammates an opportunity to be in position, to get where they need to get and do what they need to do.
Here's a pass to the corner, long shot, good. It's a three for North Carolina. Maestro, North Carolina, looking at the numbers here, a lot of their offense comes from the corners. 54% of their made shots, as that one is blocked, come from the corner and on that baseline.
That's their first look. They work the ball inside, and then it's always a kick out. So even though it sounds sort of antithetical to what that type of offense is called, great steal, felony warrants put out, and is he going to finish up with some time? Boom! Yes, he does.
Fantastic play right there. 25, carry on Harrison, making it work. Virginia Tech switching to that 2-3 zone now, Maestro.
Absolutely. So just like what we were talking about before, the idea of work the ball inside first, but there's always that relief in that corner, just like that, and that they've been doing that all day. Virginia Tech has not been reacting to it, and what's really interesting is it's from the same corner, so it's not a surprise. It's like going to McDonald's and asking how the fries today. You know what they're going to be. They're going to be what they are. They're McDonald's fries, and this is exactly what North Carolina's doing. Virginia Tech's just not reacting to it.
Here's another three from the corner, no good. Long rebound, no, picked up on the play by Hyman.
Oh my goodness, from the right corner.
Got it. Off the far side block. Carolina trying to hold on with this Virginia Tech team. So Virginia Tech keeping on that gas pedal. Here's Harrison. Goes to Rushing. Rushing with the size advantage here. Spins, fades, no good.
Might have the size advantage, but did not have leverage on the court. Great defense there by Miles James, holding his ground. And the finish on the other end.
What a dish! Down the floor, Miles James was running, and he finishes with the slam.
It's nothing good like getting the stop on one side, getting the finish on the other side. Man, you just start tingling in spaces you forgot you had for a while.
Harrison, a nice finish inside. And again, it's back to that 8-point advantage. So whenever North Carolina starts to get a little bit of momentum, Virginia Tech is on it. We are gonna step. I mean, it has just been all Virginia Tech basketball here, Maestro. I mean, fantastic stuff. As tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the last dance. Starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The championship game will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll have the wonderful B-Ron and Yells on commentary for those games later tonight here on SimWorld TV. Maestro, I know you're big on the prep season. What are you looking forward to most for these matchups?
I am beyond looking forward to. I'm just going to say this, like, get this out the way. I'm beyond looking forward to the matchups between, like, the OGs and Lakeshore Drive. Also I'm really curious. Nick Heash left me a bunch of voicemail messages the other night from Gulf Coast because he really feels like they're going to bring it against BTA. So, you know what? It's just the cup is full. I can't wait to be there. As soon as we're done here today, I'm hopping a flight right out there. I'll be on some games here too. So, hey, party.
The Yells, B-Ron, also here from Maestro and Sniper J will have you covered for the last dance. First couple of games here over the course of the next couple of days. You'll also see some games being played on Saturday and Sunday as well. It's going to be a weekend full packed of some top high school hoops.
The best in the universe.
Quite literally.
And SimWorld home office can't stop me.
Oh my! Carry on Harrison, the slam.
So impactful. Just so the ability of. I like that Virginia Tech's mentality is to the rim first, to the rim second, to the rim third, and then maybe we'll take a shot if we have to. And the fact that they do that from all positions on the floor and all points of the transition game, including their half-court transition game, just shows you how committed they are to that process.
Step back J, no good. Rebounded by Height. Check-ins at the game. Deontay Height from Halifax, North Carolina, junior. And some minutes here off the bench. Here's a baseline J. That's no good. North Carolina trying to crawl themselves back into this game. Oh, what a move. And racing down the floor like a hot knife through butter was Sean Hyman.
There's the name that I've missed saying in SimWorld Prep. I got to tell you, he was so impactful, so strong. You know that he was with his brother for a long time. His brother had those off-the-court issues. He remained strong and stayed strong, and it's good to see him flourishing here at the SimWorld U level.
Here's a steal. Great steal on the play by North Carolina. Here's a corner three. Got it! Peter Griffin alive and well, saying corner three. North Carolina has cut it down to a 5-point game.
Ooh!
Oh my gosh, what a move and what a slam! Canyon Perez coming to play here in this contest. Give him 12 points in the first half.
My man went Matrix. I'm over here now.
Here's Bracken. Long jumper. Good.
That is North Carolina's game. They're gonna be outside first, inside second. Virginia Tech needs to recognize that, and I think that North Carolina realizes they cannot play into Virginia Tech's hand, trying to get anything in the post right now.
Here's Novick, the projected lottery pick. Novick, baseline, getting double team, spun out of it. Great pass inside. Oh, you got to go up with that. Oh my! 3 on the shot clock. Harrison for the bailout. Free throw line jumper. Oh my, it hit every part of the rim, but flushed out. In transition, North Carolina runs the floor again, and Miles James slams it down for 2.
And the pass from Sean Hyman, rinse and repeat, baby. Boom, my stuff is still clean.
The Hokies stunned here after having a double-digit lead. 4:12 to go here on SimWorld TV. Welcome back here on SimWorld TV. North Carolina is climbing the mountain a little bit. They have erased this double-digit lead, or double-digit deficit that they faced. It's a 3-point contest here as we approach the 4-minute mark. Maestro, what do you want to see here from both these teams as this first half comes to a close here?
Virginia Tech needs to get back to their game, playing tough inside, rim defending, but more importantly, as I repeat myself again, playing tough inside with moves like that. Oh, got to go to the rim and finish that, young man. North Carolina is just sticking. They're just sticking to their strategy. We're gonna if we get an opportunity to go inside, we're gonna go. But if we have to get set up, it's going to be a kick out to a corner 3, and then be selective on the transition like we're seeing right now.
Oh. Kasim Porter Jr. will get called for the charge. It's his second personal foul.
Get the charge,
it's been on the offensive side.
Get the charge, baby. Get the charge.
Oh man, you know you never fail to entertain me, Maestro.
The Chargers are what I live for. That's my life. that's on life, mama. That's on life.
We're really, with all the talk of like the 2 star players, Henry Cox and Travion Novick, Canyon Perez has stepped up in this game, Maestro. He leads the way with 12 points.
Thank you. And again, one of those things where, you know what, his personality and how he is, you know, playing so close to home, you know, from Hillsborough, the idea of I'm going to do my game and I'm just going to let my game talk. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. And when it pays off, next thing you're like, wait, where did that guy come from? as he's walking out the back door with your brain in his bag.
Ooh, nice finish right there from Sincere Treadway. Very sincere on that finish. 5-point lead here for Virginia Tech.
I'm glad you said his name. I was going to say something else.
Oh, I'm sure we'll discuss at halftime what you were going to say. Here's a three. Kasim Porter Jr. No good. Porter Jr., I believe, no points here in this first half. He has been quiet for the freshman in his biggest game so far of his college career.
You know, and Virginia Tech is not giving him an opportunity to get settled. And then you would think with the other people.
Oh my goodness! Sorry to cut you off, Maestro. Kenyon Perez. Wow.
Cut me off. That we just talking about my man, and he's just saying, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about."
Oh,
say my name.
Oh my gosh, what a finish! Is that three's no good? Virginia Tech closing this half perfectly here. 100 seconds to go.
Say my name. Say my name.
Here's Harrison. Short side wing. They throw it inside to Novick. Novick been a little bit quiet this afternoon. Turns around. Shot not there. Harrison, corner three, or wing three. Got it. Just like that, it's a double-digit lead for Virginia Tech.
And that was the first under control play after a dropped possession in the front court that we've seen Virginia Tech do. If they get that part of their game on, Sam, it's going to be a very long day for North Carolina.
Yeah, Virginia Tech 42 points here in the first half with still about a minute to play here on SimWorld TV in the first half. Virginia Tech trying to close out this half perfectly. Here's Kasim Porter Jr. Goes into Hyman. Hyman quickly shovels it over to Bracken. Bracken drives, kicks to the corner. Here's Porter Jr. for three, no good. Good strong on that shot. Right. A little bit too much there. Skyler. Goes to Novick. Nice finish right there with the right hand. Virginia Tech first half. North Carolina in the last few minutes have no points.
Virginia Tech proves that defense always disrupts offense. If you play strong and you stay within your principles, that make it always make it difficult for the other teams to put their bucket in the biscuit. However, North Carolina, when they played their principles, we saw those got set up. Outside, we got to the three.
The game, be the game.
Yo, it's your boy. Check out Talking Dirty with me so we can catch up on prep news and SimWorld Sports. You know the deal. Holla at your boy. See the game, be the game. I think what happened was I switched to my egg sandwich that had the green chili sauce on it. I think that's where the switch up kind of got you. North Carolina needs to get back into the base picture, just like we talked about in the first half. You need to really setting up your offense, looking for those outside shots, busting up the zone, making Virginia Tech work a little bit harder, don't fall into their game. But understand something. Virginia Tech is going to beat you to a put in the paint, and unless you can position yourself and you have leverage against what they're trying to set up, and that means forcing them to the side, Virginia Tech's going to take advantage of that out there and keep this lead established.
What you're seeing, Kasim Porter Jr. picks up his third personal foul. His rushing will go to the line to shoot 2 and makes the first. It has just been all Virginia Tech in this game. North Carolina trying to prowl themselves out of this deficit. They got into a one-possession game at some point, Maestro. Oh, my goodness. It was 35-32 Virginia Tech, but Virginia Tech went on a nice 9-0 run to close out the end of the first half.
Virginia Tech recognizes who they are, and they're not going to do anything differently, right? So the idea of trying to play catch up and trying to play, how can I say this best? Match ball. They're not going to do that. They're going to stay hard-headed. They're going to be like the rhino. They're just going to keep banging their head inside.
Hard in this game, rushing inside, nice drop off pass from Novik. He can't finish it. I would have liked to see rushing more, but Maestro really having it has been the Kaden Perez show here on SimWorld TV after the Hoops.
And you would think that the biggest players with the largest expectations find a way to show up. You know, there are two different ways of letting the game come to you. You know, you hear this said all the time. You know, let the game come to you. Well, in a case like this game doesn't work with that same sort of philosophy. Letting the game come to you here means making yourself available for your teammates as an outlet, as a rush to the rim, getting down there, you know, hitting hard on the glass, doing the things you need to do. And they're just quite simply, they're just not doing that. And oh, by the way, when we see them in the middle of the transition, but it's not working as they get themselves set up in their typical bang it down low offense. And I don't know if that's a strategic plan or if that's just the way the ball is bouncing for Virginia Tech right now.
There's a bucket there from Julian Marks, and that marks the first basket since the 5:32 mark for North Carolina in the first half. So the scoreless drought over for North Carolina, but they still have a big disadvantage coming here in the second half.
And lucky to only be down by 11 by not scoring for that long. That's a long time without any butter on your bread, but
stolen away by Kadarius Stack Jr. Here's Porter Jr. trying to find some space. Perez, though, not allowing it. Virginia Tech playing some strong defense, but a better shot right there by Bam Wallace.
And a few times
Flexen going down the court, but odd choice when you're down 11 or down 9.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're down. Don't hold that flex for a pipe that matters. The idea here is that was one of the few times that Virginia Tech didn't over-rotate. And I like the fact that whenever the ball gets into the post, you see an over-rotation from Virginia Tech. And that's part of the way that they play defense. They make it very difficult for you once you get inside those colors to get any scoring done. And that's one of the few times it didn't happen, and North Carolina took advantage of it.
Speaking of being held scoreless, Kasim Porter Jr. really quiet in this game. Does not have yet to make a shot. The rebounds picked up by Virginia Tech.
Is it just me, Sam? North Carolina feels as though every time we think they got their feet on the ground, every time we think that they got their game together, they seem to.
Oh, what a play by Vaughn Rushing. No mean to cut you off there, Maestro, but the big man, I mean, unblocked out underneath. Easy deuce.
Please, you did not cut me off. I was having a moment of silence for the bodies that was left on the ground after you just got through ramming that through. Oh!
There's a shot from North Carolina, and it goes. Bam Wallace, a three from the corner.
The idea for Virginia Tech here, their defense is obviously disrupting North Carolina. Not surprised there, but what I'm more surprised at that North Carolina is starting to look impatient in their offensive possession, and that's not like them this year. Which really makes me wonder where their mindset is. Is it because it's an early start? Is it because it's Friday?
Oh my! Bam Wallace, are you kidding me? Slamming it down for two. And I think the airwaves might have gotten broken there because we're going to have to step aside. 8-point Virginia Tech lead with 15 minutes to play in the second half. Well, Maestro.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
Welcome back here, Castle Coliseum. It's been bumping here. Mike Young and Virginia Tech holding on to that 8-point lead here. And Maestro, Bam Wallace got the slam, but Virginia Tech always finds a way to respond. No Victor layup right there.
Yes, and that's going to be the key. Punch, counterpunch. That's all they need to do right now. Just basically listen. We can play par ball. We got 14 minutes left. We do what we got to do. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it because there's no such thing as a 12-point basket.
Dean Porter Jr., another miss. It has just been a not-so-great day for the freshman as Rushing goes down. Wallace picks up the foul. And Rushing will get 2 free throws. You can physically see the frustration coming from Wallace trying to figure out why nobody rotating on the big man down low.
Oh, by the way, that is a body language foul right there. You cannot do that at all to your teammates. No matter how frustrated you think you might get, you are a team that you're used. Okay, North Carolina's doing their job to a point in terms of how they defensively play, even though we know they're not one of the best defensive teams in the league. But here's the thing. They are way, way, way under possession and points per possession when it comes to how they're scoring, and that is just a testament to what Virginia Tech is doing to them. So you have to recognize what's going on, and you have to find another way than to live out of frustration. That is not going to work.
Rushing goes 1 of 2 from the line. Kasim Porter Jr. on the drive, trying to find a little bit of something, can't find anything. Kicks out to Bam Wallace, who gets it to go for 3. And when you're not scoring, Maestro, like Kasim Porter Jr., getting other teammates involved and not trying to get yourself out of a slump, pivotal here while trying to get yourself out of this deficit.
It's all about the rules of the 10s, the 20s, and the 30s. Oh, great.
Virginia Tech again finding a way to respond.
Braxton Schuyler showing you some moves there. Team captain getting it done on a whole nother level there. And Charlotte, North Carolina, he probably dreamed about wearing this Carolina blue his whole entire life before he was born.
There's a shot, no good.
for it. But what I was saying earlier there, Sam, is the idea of 10, 20, and 30. Had a coach very early on teach us the principles. If you can give me 10 in the stat book between points, rebounds, and assists, and if you want to add in steals, or you want to add in charges, or you want to add in blocks, that's great too. If you give me 10 of those, that means you are very impactful toward the team's success or progress. If you can give me 20, you move past being above average. You move to the point where you are now an actual impactful player, because I know I can count on you for a significant core of what we're doing each night. If you can give me 30 between points, rebounds, assists, blocks, charges, steals, if you give me above 30, you're a star.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly, Maestro. I mean, Virginia Tech, what they're doing so well is they know they have stars on the team, but those stars are unselfish.
Yes.
They are allowing the others to create when they can't create, and you're seeing that in this game. Oh my! There's the shot! Oh, you gotta finish that. Rushing though is there. He can't get the shot to go. He'll shoot too. Oh my! Braxton Schuyler sending his defender to the sky on that crossover.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Rushing again to the free throw line. He's consistently made one of two each trip. The first one is good. Rushing again has been a pivotal factor in this contest. He's been affecting shots. He's got a couple of blocks. He's got a couple of points, some assists, some rebounds, and he's doing exactly what you just said earlier, that 20-30 PRA.
Make an impression, make it work.
Bam Wallace for three. It's a 7-point game here. Virginia Tech trying their best to go blow for blow here. Oh, fantastic move. Just can't finish on the play was Schuyler. Here's North Carolina. Bam Wallace, he's heating up. Oh, in and out, no good. Rushing the rebound, running the point forward now. Rushing. Goes inside. Virginia Tech setting up their offense. Dribble handoff now. Here's Schuyler. Trying to move into the painted area. Wallace going for the steal. Schuyler spins out of it, and he strokes it for two.
North Carolina cannot get their feet on the ground, period. And when you're looking at it, just to be frank about it, when you're looking at 700 seconds left to go, it's a bad day against a team like Virginia, because they can make that feel like molasses.
Kaiser fouls Wallace. Wallace a little bit unhappy with that foul, gives him a tiny shove, but seems like both sides are moving away from that. Nothing serious coming from that there, and that's just frustration there on the eyes of Wallace.
You cannot let it take you there. You cannot, on any level, you cannot let it take you there. You have to be on point of being able to do what? Play with emotion, but not play emotionally, if that makes sense.
Exactly. No, 1,000%. You can't let your emotions get the better of you, especially a scale like this. And Haslam will foul Cox, who we really haven't heard from a whole lot today. And that's just a testament to how this Virginia Tech team plays the game of basketball.
And when you play a certain way and it works for you, you cannot let yourself get thrown out of that. And this is what's happened with North Carolina. North Carolina is almost a full point behind their typical point schedule for the season. Virginia Tech is actually ahead of their point schedule for the season by almost a half a point. Virginia Tech averages 68 points a game. They're on pace right now to score about 74, 76 points. So what does that tell you? Virginia Tech is playing in their complete comfort zone. North Carolina is doing nothing to move them.
It's a good shot there by Bam Wallace. 59-50 here with 10:30 to play here in the second half. Maestro, when you think about this team as Cox on the drive, he's got it. Muley Cox firing up the crowd as he picks up a big basket to make this an 11-point game. Kaiser will pick up his second foul on the reach-in. It's North Carolina getting closer to that bonus, which will be beneficial for them considering that they're down 11.
You can. Sorry, I apologize.
No, you're good. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, my goodness. I forgot what I was going to say to you earlier, but now what a monster putback jam that was. And the crowd at Kaiser Coliseum gets a little bit quieter after that slam.
Yeah, that'll do it. You know, those shots. And what I was getting ready to say was, you cannot, what was that layup in the middle? You know, I have to talk to somebody's parents about that. When you get that close, you need to rock the rim. Even if you missed a dunk, just shake the rim and break a finger. Do something to show that you're in the game. And we got Mr. Invisible with the ball. It's all right.
It's the Virginia Tech specialty play here. Here's Kaiser on the drive, wild layup, no good, but Marks will pick up the foul.
Just straight around the play, right? So if indeed, and we'll talk about that as soon as we get back right after this break. Sorry, Sam.
Tune in to No Missed Calls after every live stream, where you can hear unfiltered analysis of what went down.
And welcome back here on SimWorld TV. Virginia Tech up 61-52. Von Rushing has certainly been an impact player. 6 points. He's got 5 blocks, a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists. He has been Mr. Reliable in this game, Maestro.
That's just what they needed. You know, they needed someone to do that. But I am still, in my heart of hearts, and I'm just going to say this, I know he's been very impactful. I know he's been doing what he's supposed to do. I'm just going to say this across the table. Canyon Perez is showing us the kind of game that you look for a player of his ability, and he's doing it while he has the finger up to his lips. And just if you're looking at him for the next level, and you realize if he can give me this on the biggest stage, guess what happens if he gets comfortable on the biggest stage? That's all I'm saying.
Exactly, you're exactly right. 63-52 here. Virginia Tech trying to hold on to this lead. Bam Wallace trying to say, hold on, not so fast. We're not going away. Inside, the runner, good. Braxton Schuyler, the team captain, getting the job done there.
Too slow on rotation. North Carolina cannot do that. North Carolina cannot afford to play flat-footed now more than ever. They need to be a little bit more selective. Hit the out-of-bound line, I believe so.
Yeah, it looks like they did.
North Carolina cannot afford to be flat-footed. As I was getting ready to say, they cannot afford to play this way right now. You do not have any time left over. Virginia Tech is playing, I'm going to say this, they're playing very effectively above their skis right now, and North Carolina is not playing nowhere near the bunny slope. So North Carolina, if they're going to turn this game around, they need to do it within the next minute or two.
The good basket right there from Virginia Tech, who are just solely in control, Maestro. It just seems like no matter what North Carolina tries to do, Virginia Tech always has an answer.
As they should.
Make there by Kamarian Barakin. North Carolina just needs to get a couple of stops here to get themselves back into this contest. They gotta find a way.
So here's where coaches would tell you we need the 3-2 rule. We need on every 3 possessions we need at least 2 stops and 2 buckets, which means that gives you a chance to climb back into this game. And North Carolina needs to do that right now.
And North Carolina, whenever they make a basket, get a stop, they cannot make a succeeding basket. Virginia Tech always finds a way to answer, but Perez, that shot's no good. North Carolina need a little run here. It is loud here in the Coliseum. Here's a 3, in and out, no good.
Fans can feel it already. 11-point lead with the ball, still pressing the offensive point to the rim. That's Virginia Tech style. They're not going to slow it down for them and go for an outside-inside game. They're always going to go to the rim no matter what. You got to like the fact that they're staying within their base principles.
Oh, man, Braxton Schuyler is going to line to shoot too. Bam Wallace frustrated, grabbing the top of his jersey, almost ripped his jersey in half after getting that foul call. He thought he had a clean block. I thought he had a clean block, too. But we're not the ones on the floor officiating the game. We're just the ones calling the game.
That's right. And, I know you're playing with emotion here. That's the moment you just kind of put your hands up in the surrender mode and ask the ref, what did it look like I made contact because I didn't feel it? Let the ref explain to you. If you ask in a nice way, they will. If you don't, next thing you know, they're going to see red when they see you, and there's something that might go your way that won't the next time.
Braxton Schuyler goes 0 for 2 from the line, and on the fast break, Julian Marks slams it down. North Carolina, their bench, getting back into it. They're faithful on their feet, trying to will the Tar Heels back into this one. Can Virginia Tech stop this here? Here's Perez. He's been great so far. That layup's no good. North Carolina here in a big moment. They need a big-time shot. They go to the corner. Wallace, 3, no! Ball up in the air, rebounded by Schuyler. In transition, here comes Braxton Schuyler. They throw it to Perez on the baseline in the painted area. That one falls off the rim, no good. North Carolina now another opportunity. Marks with it. He'll slow it down. They go for the lob, but that one's taken away. My goodness, some sloppy basketball here. Rushing, leading the play. They'll throw it to Cox, who's going to score a big basket in this moment here. North Carolina down 9. They go inside to Rushing. The left hand got it! Vine Rushing. A big basket right there at that critical moment. And it's a timeout. North Carolina with 6:04 to play here on SimWorld TV. 69-58 here, Maestro. What a sequence of events that was. And Von Rushing delivering the stamp there, but don't play yourself. Don't
say it like this. Say it like this. Don't play yourself.
Don't gatekeep SimWorld Sports. Play with your friends. Invite others to be a part of the best simulation out there on the market. You get a 5,000 EM signing bonus for head coaches, any head coach referrals, or super fans of SimWorld Sports. Make sure to check out SimWorldSports.com and go to discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. SimWorld. See the game, be the game.
SimWorld's like that. SimWorld has that van that drives on the neighborhood, but instead of like making you crawl in to get a piece of candy, they actually give you money and let you stay outside the van and have fun. I don't know if that's too soon. I don't know if that's too soon or not, but I'm just gonna say that.
Partner, I think it's time for you to take off the headset. I think you need to catch your flight to your next couple of games. Oh my, what a reverse by Newly Cox. But I think I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna eat just another egg sandwich. Not worry about it.
Here's the 3, Bam Wallace, no good. More frustration shown from Wallace. Not getting back on defense, and that leads to an easy transition here for Virginia Tech. First shot, no good. No big battle for the rebound. How is 3 seconds not called, and Bam Wallace gets called for the balance and then 1.
Novick stayed with it the whole time.
Hitting the floor in frustration as more anger builds up on the side of North Carolina.
You know what? I never tell anybody else how to coach. Never do that. You know your players better than anybody else ever would. But that would be a moment where I have to pull Ben Wallace off the floor just for 30 seconds to say, okay, listen, I need you to catch a mental breath right now. We need you in the game the right way. Otherwise, we're going to be no good. and the more frustrated you get, his showing of frustration is getting bigger and bigger in every single play, and that's, again, playing emotionally will do you no good.
Here's Cox. Swings it over to Skyler. They're rushing with it now. Under 5 minutes to play, rushing threw it away.
Good idea. He saw his man cutting, trying to throw where it was going to be, but that's why you stay in the lanes. That's just sort of like a quarterback reading his tight end and coming across the middle, but did not see the linebacker standing there right there in the zone of opportunity to get the interception.
Marion Bracken can't get the corner three to go. He's missed his last 5 3-point attempts. 73-58 here, under 5 minutes to play, 4:25 to be exact. Another steal here for North Carolina. Bracken going in transition, throws it up, fancy finish there on the breakaway layup.
I am going to have choose violence camps all over the country to teach these young people. When there's nothing between you and the rim, you go to the rim and you bang on it so hard it starts giving you money.
What?
Just saying.
Sorry, my mind went somewhere else. Here's Cox. That back baseline, Jay, no good. I just heard banging it hard, and I just looked at you, but, whatever. Here's Wallace for three. He's got it.
There you go. See, this is what we need for that's the game North Carolina needs from Bam Wallace right there. In control, not going bananas for no reason.
Here's Cox. Guarded closely. Cox spins, lost the ball. Carolina has it. Here's Bracken. And the Tar Heels going a little bit of a late run here. Mark's not electing to shoot the three. Here's a deep two. Good.
This is what they needed.
It's a single-digit lead now for Virginia Tech as we approach the 3-minute mark. Perez guarded closely by Bracken. They go to Cox. Cox trying to drive baseline, but he's being shut down by Marks. He settles for a jumper. That's no good.
There you go. That's 3 stops and 3 possessions. In those same 3 possessions, you got 2 buckets. This is what North Carolina needed. Now you need to make it pay, right?
That foul now puts North Carolina into the bonus. Miles James will go to the line to shoot 2. Free throws here for North Carolina. First one is good.
And so for everybody who asks about that whole idea of the 3-2 model of within 3 possessions you want to get 2 of those possessions you want to get buckets and 2 of those possessions you want to get stops, what happens if you do a sweep where you all 3 possessions you get stopped and then you get buckets on all 3 possessions? You never reset your clock. The next possession is going to be the second of the 3 and 2. If you keep that process going, next thing you know, you're right back in the game where you need to be.
And that's a great thing to instill in players is, what is, excuse me? Marks just fouled Cox 36 feet away from the rim. Cox is going to go to the line to shoot 3.
I have questions. Give me a minute. I'll be right back, Sam.
We're trying to get confirmation down on the floor. I don't know if they called it a shooting foul. I think Cox is shooting 3 here. I mean, both teams are in the bonus. So we might... Is this 3 free throws coming up here? I mean, we'll see after this one.
It's 3 free throws, boss.
My goodness. That is not what you want to do if you're Julian Marks. Fouling Cox so far away from the rim as he's trying. He was, oh man. Cox goes 3 for 3 from the line, and oh boy, Maestro.
All that good work that was done was just negated by that particular play. And the worst part about it, Sam, points happen with the clock not even running.
Oh, they get the 3 points back. So kind of a net zero there.
Net zero, but the second you put in the clock, it's definitely a net positive for Virginia Tech.
Absolutely. 2 minutes to play here. 8-point contest. between these two teams, and Skylar's going to get called for the charge. And what a play from Kadarius Stack Jr. North Carolina with possession will take a timeout. Maestro, I mean, I know you're loving it right now. I see you pumping your chest right now with that charge. Oh, man. Wow.
Love a charge. Snap your fingers. Do your dance. I can take a charge by myself. Let me hear you say, what? If you love SimWorld, then like, subscribe, get your notices going, share SimWorld with a friend, Sam. As a matter of fact, share SimWorld with people who ain't even your friend. Just share SimWorld. Everybody love everybody. Jackie.
Oh boy, so North Carolina here, big moment in this game. Minute 59 to play here in the second half. Where did they? Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to be backcourt. My heart stopped for a second. Bracken to the corner. Three, got it! Julian Marks has made things interesting. It's a 5-point game.
2-possession game, Sam.
Getting up in my chair here a little bit, coming down to the wire. Here's Novick. Guarded closely, steps through, blocked! James, the rejection! Here's a three! Marks, got it! It was through the two! His foot was on the line! It's all of a sudden a one-possession game with 90 seconds to go! Stunned is the Castle Coliseum! What a move! Slamming it down for two with Braxton Skyler! This game, Maestro, is turned upside down. Virginia Tech trying to right the wrongs. Marks a three, short. Here's Rushing in transition. Rushing might have traveled there. North Carolina bench wanted to travel. And, oh, we're going to get a jump ball. Where's the possession arrow going? Going to be Virginia Tech ball. Here's Skyler. Under a minute to play. 5-point game. Does Skyler have the dagger in him? No. Rushing, battling for the rebound. He's got it. No, they throw it away. They throw it away. 5-point game. North Carolina needs a big basket here. 48.7 seconds to go. The Coliseum has come alive. And what should have been a game that was over long ago, North Carolina's climbed all the way back. They go to James. James finds Bracken. Here's Bam Wallace. Wallace over to Stack Jr. Stack inside, bumped hard and fouled. Fortunate there not to get a flagrant foul. There was definitely a lot of contact there. Stack Jr. were on the line to shoot two. Not really the player that you want at the free throw line for North Carolina, especially down 5 with 32 seconds to play.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. I blacked out for a minute.
First free throw is good by Stack. Maybe he's shutting me up for a second here. The difference between the game clock and the shot clock is 2.2 seconds. If you're Virginia Tech, you don't want to rush. If you're North Carolina, you go for the steal.
Yes.
Big free throw here to determine what happens next. Stack. Got it!
1-possession game.
75-78. Rushing gets it in, and they're going to foul Braxton Skyler. Bam Wallace just fouled out!
See?
Oh, my!
See?
Braxton Skyler, though, Maestro, missed both free throws his last time at the free throw line. Wallace, realizing how he just fouled out, frustrated on the bench. First free throw. Oh, boy, a big one.
You can play with emotions, but you can't play emotionally. It just doesn't work that way.
Second free throw is left short. North Carolina's got to go. Marks racing up the floor. He spins. They go to Kasim Porter Jr. back onto the floor. Kasim Porter Jr. taking a lot of time. He's got to put a shot up. Kasim Porter Jr. the jumper, no good. Left it short. Leonidas is going to corral the rebound, and he's going to go to the line. Kasim Porter Jr. picks up the foul at his fourth. Oh my, Maestro, this game got interesting at the end, but it looks like Virginia Tech is going to waltz for the 19th victory of the season.
Every possession matters. Sam, every possession matters. And right now, that last possession, too much time off the clock.
Perez gets both free throws to go. North Carolina takes their final timeout. But Maestro, man, it has been pretty much the deal. The deal has been sealed. Oh my.
That works too.
Maestro, I guess with that, I think you should probably get going and get to your flight because you got some games tonight. The Last Dance. I know you're absolutely excited to watch some of the best SimWorld prep players in the world play over the course of this weekend.
Absolutely. Very first game, have the night, starting off with SimWorld Europe and Queen City Kings. That's going to be a nice head-to-head. Kind of surprised who's going to come out of that's going to be nice. Of course, Gulf Coast walk down against Beyond the Arc, the originator Sleep for a Drive. Right after that, and the night ends with Rocky Mountain Monstars and the Scorchers. Oh, man. Fun night.
Bracken 3, no good, and Virginia Tech's going to celebrate here as Bracken's going to foul now with 8 seconds on the clock. That's his first. Right, a little bit late now here, Maestro.
Yes, you know, those little moments that you just talked about, those misaligned and misplayed possessions here now should hopefully be good lessons because that's what can cause you to get a championship later.
81-75 final, Virginia Tech victorious here in this one. Maestro, your final thoughts?
It was really good to see Virginia Tech stay in their principles the entire game and play really hard. North Carolina, I think they got some things to figure out there when they go against a team like that because now everyone has stake on how to slow down the Blue Machine.
Virginia Tech picks up victory 19 on the year, and that'll be it for us here. For Maestro, my name is Samuel Goldberg. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Have a good rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check out The Last Dance later tonight.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.